This is the Steele Report.
This week on the Steele Report, we'll talk more about the miraculous recovery of young Tate Manahl and the Tate Army Foundation, and also we'll talk about the possibility of perhaps lowering your income taxes in Iowa. And our show begins right now.
Now from KWWL, this is the Steele Report.
Well, right now on the Steele Report, I want to welcome back to the program Fonda and Ryan Manahl of Cedar Falls, and they're here, of course, as they were just a few months ago, to talk about the new Tate's Army Foundation, based on the miraculous recovery of their then 3-year-old son, who's going to be, he's 5 right now, he'll be 6, I think you said, Fonda, coming up here. In fact, the day before my birthday, February 12th is his birthday, so that's fantastic. So things are going well.
Yes.
You just came off a surgery. I think in December I saw a picture of you and Tate, Ryan, getting ready to go into the surgery. So, Fonda, you have a big event coming up, and let's talk about that first of all, February 1st. What's going on?
February 1st, we're calling it a night of testimony, where we're going to start by sharing our story and spreading awareness for lawnmower safety. Once we start helping families that's had similar situation to us, we want them to be able to come back and share their story as well, and how Tate's Army has helped them. We're going to have a meal, a sit-down dinner, and it's at the Hilton Garden Inn in Cedar Falls. We're very excited. Still have silent auction items to be lining up.
Trying to get as many as you can of those.
Yes,
and then, of course,
yes.
You see the flyer there on your screen right now, Hilton Garden Inn, and this is pretty much a business attire, not, you don't have to wear a tuxedo or anything like that. You can be fairly informal, and that's important to you guys, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, we just want everyone to be comfortable, you know. We don't want them to worry about what you got to wear or do your hair or whatnot. We just want everyone to be comfortable and come out and have a good time and listen to what our mission and story is all about, so you guys can hear it first in the community and what we're going to be doing.
And the story is something that really is remarkable because, as I learned and just kind of researching your story, there are over 250,000 lawnmower accidents every year, and about 17,000 of those involve children. That's really something, and your story, Ryan, as it turns out, very much goes along the line of so many other tragedies or near tragedies, and even in some cases deaths. So again, I'm going to ask you to tell your story about what happened on August 30th of 2017.
Yeah, just, you know, trying to mow the lawn before the wife and kids were out running errands, and they showed up without my knowledge, and Tate got out of the vehicle and wanted to see his dad real quick, and came running up behind me, and I didn't see him. I was backing up, and you know, he was just a belly button underneath, and he suffered life-threatening injuries. And now we're past this life savings and for his life, and then also worrying about his legs. He's made a miraculous recovery where he's out at school, running around playing with his kids like, you know, he's supposed to be. And so now we're past that point, and this is where we started the foundation and want to bring awareness to the community, throughout the state of Iowa and the country, and help people that are going through something similar as we did, and hopefully take something off of the plate just so they can worry about their children that's going through this, and not a medical bill or who's going to pay for a prosthetic leg. So that's where we want to jump in and say it's going to be okay, you know, we're here for you, we got your back, and that's why we started this, you know, just to take that off their plate.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've only had one real major event. I remember you had a golf tournament a few months ago, and that was a successful event. As always, it takes a lot of people to push a foundation like this, to keep it going, to make sure it's a success. Telling your story, though, I kind of wanted to ask this for some people who were talking to me about this. Is it more difficult for you to talk about the story, or is it easier to talk about the story? Because every time you tell the story, you have to relive it.
Correct. I think we're kind of different, me and Fonda, where, you know, it's a little more difficult for her to talk about it. You know, it's still difficult for me to talk about it, but I think it's kind of a therapy thing for me, where it helps me just understand how fortunate and blessed we are, and that we can continue life with our child like it's supposed to be. And so, yeah, it's, I think we're both kind of different in that way. So,
Fonda, you really don't want to think about that too often, but it's something that's a part of your life, and keeping the foundation going and keeping it successful means that, in a way, you do have to relive it. And Tate was in the hospital, for over 40 days, right?
Yes. The hospital is great. I don't think, we feel like we couldn't have been in a better place. Doctors and nurses were supportive, and I feel like gave him great care. And I think, it's hard on Tate to have to go back if, for his last surgery. But hopefully we are getting to a point where we're through surgeries, and, it's
30 of them, right? Over 30?
Yes.
30? And this is all you're talking about. Stead Family, Children's Hospital. Everybody in the country, at least by now, should know what we're talking about there. But yeah, the care that they provide there is just nothing short of a miracle,
Yeah.
on a daily basis,
We are very blessed that, we were at local hospital, which was Covenant, now Mercy One, and he was life-flighted from there to Stead Family Children's Hospital. We were just praying the whole time that we wouldn't get that phone call that he didn't make it. That was just really hard for us, and we just want to really push
the fact that it can
support
happen.
for
It
we
can
want to
happen.
help spread awareness that this happens more than you think. We didn't know it happened as much as it does, and if we can help families get through a very difficult time, we will do that, because it takes a village and the support of your community to get through all of this. It is amazing how much our community came together and really helped us through. So many good friends and people that reached out to us that we maybe haven't talked to in a long time, that just came through and helped us and brought us meals and dropped off presents for Tate. And so we feel very, very blessed, and we want to just help other families and just keep this from happening less than it does. And accidents happen. As much as you try to stop them, but at the same time, we also want to tell people that it's not safe to have your kids on the mower. Just give them safety tips. So we're not only just having this foundation to help families with medical expenses, we also want to have safety. We will give funds if somebody wants to have a safety fair or a booth set up somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll try to help with that too.
Ryan, you lived in Hudson, so you know my kids, and I was just thinking, after what happened to you guys, I had a riding lawnmower, and I honestly don't think I ever thought once about looking behind me. I mean, it's just remarkable, and that's exactly what happened to you and so many other families. And because when you were a kid, you used to run up to your dad, Rick, when he was mowing, right? I mean, everybody
Correct.
does that, yeah.
Yeah, my father used a push mower, and then he upgraded to a riding lawnmower. But yeah, I would always be out in the yard following him with a push mower. And it's just something that, it's not really in our culture. You don't think about it happening. The fact is, these aren't freak accidents. They're frequent when you see the numbers, and that's what we found out, that we weren't alone in this, that there's so many out there, and that's why another reason we did this. We want to be the voice for these people. Everyone copes differently. And it is hard, like you said, to relive this, and it's going to be hard that night of our testimony to talk about it, but it's happiness. And we're grateful that we can do this and be the voice for these families that are suffering, that are grieving, or even had to, have a funeral for their child in some. But we're here for them, to be the voice for these kids, for these families that can't, and that's what we're about here.
When I hear the word testimony, I think of faith. Faith has played a big role in what you've gone through and helping you get through that, hasn't it, Fonda?
Yes, we've just leaned on prayer and support from others, and I think our faith in God has really, came to light, and I think just feeling very blessed that we are still with our son. And I was pregnant at the time, and so our soon-to-be 2-year-old daughter, her name is Faith. We thought we had maybe a name picked out, but we decided upon that name just because it means a lot to us. And she was, with us during our toughest time as well.
We'll hear more from Fonda and Ryan Manahl about the Tate's Army Foundation event on February 1st coming up in just a moment. There's a Little Feet Safety Systems that you've been in contact with the founder of this. And Ryan, tell us a little bit about what that is, because it's kind of a censoring device, isn't it, to make sure that kids don't get too close to the mowers when they're running?
Correct. So the inventor of this, we first got to know him through a private Facebook page on Facebook. And what it does is brings these families together that have experienced this event, an accident. And so it's really, really cool. His first objective was, I want to put these people together so they can talk about it, they can share pictures, and just help with the therapy part of it, because that's one of the worst parts, is reliving it, seeing your kids go through these accidents. So to have that support system that people have actually experienced the same thing you did, where you don't see it in your community, every day, was just so spiritual to our healing process, knowing that you're not alone. And then this individual has been, probably about 2013, I think he started seeing this vision. He had this dream, and that was to put these people together, and then to this device that he's seen in his dream to help with these people. So it's a proximity-based sensor that you attach to, say, your lawnmower, or to a tractor, or even by a pool. You can do it on any machinery. And then the child would have a wearable, and either you could, it's supposed to eventually go to your watch, your Fitbit, something like that would be the wearable. So with the proximity-based, you set that proximity, and if you come within 50 feet, if you set that range, it'll shut that mower off, or that tractor, or anything, or send you a warning through it. So this is before the accident even becomes close. A lot of times they say, well, we got to figure out how can we stop the blades when a child gets under them. But the fact is, a lot of kids get injured. Even if you could do that, you're still going to back over the child, and he's going to break a leg. There's going to be medical costs. There's going to be suffering. There's going to be things where you relive that. This is a proximity-based, where it teaches you and alarms you, you're too close to a danger, you need to stop, and it will shut that machine off. And he's a wonderful person. I've talked to him many, many times over the phone, haven't met him yet. And he will come here to the Cedar Valley to one of these testimonies some night, so everyone can meet him. But yeah, it's great to know that this is out there, and it just became not patent pending, but patent issued, 2 of them.
Wow.
So we're really thrilled for him and for the lawnmower safety world out there.
That's fantastic. Little Feet Safety Systems, that will be amazing breakthrough. So again, let's go over your event, February 1st, Hilton Garden Inn.
Social hour at 5 o'clock, and then dinner will start at 6. The program will follow around roughly 7 o'clock, where we're going to have a video presentation of Tate. Never seen videos from when he first got hurt in the hospital, and then over the past 2 years of his recovery and all his surgeries. So it's going to be real inspiring. We would love to have you there just to see what this special son of ours has gone through and overcome. It's just tremendous to see that. So we'd love to share this video with you. It's very private, but we want to show you it. We want to bring awareness just so no one ever has to relive what we had to.
And I understand Tate actually is going to be there in person too, right? So
Yes.
people have a chance to see his progress as he's going to be turning 6 years old about a week after this event. So
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Okay. And the best way to go on your Facebook page? What's the best
Yeah,
way
you
to
can-
register?
You can find it on Facebook under Tate's Army Foundation. You could go to www.tatesarmy.org, or you can even send your check of money for how many tickets you would like to Post Office 161, Waterloo, Iowa, at 50704.
Fantastic. Also, and they're also looking for some silent auction items. If you have something you'd like to make sure that it gets make a donation, and someone will have a chance to purchase that at the night. Okay, for February 1st, thanks a lot for coming in. Hope to see you back here in a few months. We'll
Thank
talk
you.
more
Thank
about,
you.
We appreciate
about the
it.
miraculous recovery. Coming up next, believe it or not, we're going to talk about taxes. And in some case, a tax increase. That's next.